How's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win, and in this video I want to talk about a few of the weapons that we know about in Call of Duty Ghosts. So as Mark Rubin is actually talking about right now, if I had the game volume up you would hear it. He is actually discussing, the amount of new weapons that are going to be in Call of Duty Ghosts. So there's quite a few, more than we've seen in any Call of Duty before. Of course there's the classics returning. So what I want to do in this video is talk to you about some of the known weapons we have knowledge of right now, and on some of the ones we have a little bit of description of, I want to talk about it and let you know what I think about each weapon. So let's get started, and I'll show you some weapons. Alright, so the first group of guns we're going to be looking at is the assault rifles, and the first one we see is the R5 RGP, and the description for this is fully automatic, increased damage and range, and unfortunately that's all we know about the rifle so far. And by the way, I forgot to mention, if you see ones that I didn't call out, or maybe you know a little bit about, please let me know, and try to do it by like columns. Like if this first column is A, B, C, D, E, F, and then just go like 1, 2, 3, 4. That would really help me out. So hopefully you guys can do that for me. The next one is the Honey Badger. This is actually really unique. Fully automatic integrated silencer allows for higher overall versatility but lower range. So what's cool about the Honey Badger is you don't have to waste any points on an attachment, but like you said, the silencer reduces range. So this is going to be a great stealth rifle right here. So that's one I'm looking at for sure. The next one is the SA805. We don't know anything about that. The next one is the FAD, or the FAD, fully automatic, high rate of fire with moderate recoil and range. Now, we saw this gun in Modern Warfare 3. You know, it had that super high rate of fire like they mentioned, so that's going to be really cool to see as well. The next gun is the SC 2010, fully automatic, reduced recoil, provides higher accuracy. So I'm thinking this is going to be like the ACR of this game. So anytime I see reduced recoil, high accuracy, I think of a lead laser ACR. So I'm hoping that or I think that is going to be what we actually see in this game. The next one is the MSBS, 3-round burst, high damage output in each burst, rate of fire in full auto mode as well. So this gun looks like it can be triggered to 3-round burst and full auto. It looks very similar to the TAR-21. I'll include a link in the description where you can find all the pictures I'm looking at, just so you guys can have a lot more clarity. But very cool, a rifle that looks like it has its own select fire attachment, which I think is cool as well. And the second to last one is the ARX160, fully automatic, highest rate of fire in class with reduced recoil for the first 3 rounds of each burst. So this is going to be a burst rifle, and it's, you want to be on target with this one because you're going to be able to get the most accurate shots within the first burst. So I do think that is very important, and that's really cool. And then we have one that we don't know a whole bunch about that was not unlocked, which is the AK-12. Now, there's only a few submachine guns that we know so far, and we don't have a ton of information on them. I'll run through them pretty quickly. The first one is the Vector, which we've seen before. The next one is the K7, which looks moderately similar to the MP5. The next one is the CBJ-MS, followed by the MTAR-X, which seems to be the submachine gun or bullpup version of the TAR-21. We have the Bizon, which looks very similar to the that PP gun in Modern Warfare 3. I don't recall the name of it right now. And then finally, we have the VEPR, or VEPR. So some pretty cool guns on this list. I'm sure we're going to get to see more soon. Moving on to the light machine guns, we have a video, or a gun that I covered in a video, the M27 IAR, the LSAT, which is returning from Black Ops 2, and the Chainsaw, which looks like a menacing light machine gun. Now, moving on to the marksman rifle categories, a few of these we've seen before, but the first one is the MK14 ERB, or EBR, I should say. Single shot, moderate recoil, highest damage per round in class. So, yeah, this is going to be one of the more powerful marksman rifles we get to see in the game, so very cool information right there. The next gun is the MR28, single shot, lowest recoil and range, highest rate of fire in its class. So this is going to be the spray and pray, if you can see my air quotes, marksman rifle of the class. And finally, the last one that we know so far is the IA2, single shot, strong, and overall versatile. So that's kind of a mix in between those two. Now, looking at the sniper rifle, there are 3 we know of so far. The SVU Dragunov, you all know the Dragunov single shot, effective at long range with moderate recoil. Well, it looks like our 2 bolt-action rifles are the L115 and the USR sniper rifle. So those are going to be your bolt-action ones. And what's unique about one of them, the USR, the picture I'm looking at, does not have a scope on it. So maybe this will be a scopeless sniper rifle. Very cool. Looking at the shotguns, there are two we know so far. The MTS 255. This one is a double barrel 5-round revolving cylinder. So I think that is going to be like the M1216, but instead of a double barrel fashion, instead of like the 4 bullets you can shoot out, this one will only be 2 at a time. And finally, we see the Maul, which looks like a beast of a shotgun. The riot shield is obviously returning, and there's a few handguns I want to cover. The P226, the M9A1, the MP433, and finally the .44 Magnum. So that's going to be very cool as well. And finally, there are 3 launchers that I want to cover really quickly. The MK32, which is your standard grenade launcher. It's like the War Machine from Black Ops 2. It's the Kastet, Kastet, and then finally the Panzerfaust. So that's going to be like your RPG over-the-shoulder rifle, kind of like the Panzerschreck from World at War. So anyways, guys, this is kind of my overview of the weapons of Call of Duty Ghost that we know so far. Like I mentioned before, I would encourage you guys to leave your comments down below. Kind of go like a bingo column, like in column A, 3 down. This is what this gun is like. So definitely let me know what you guys see. I'd really be interested in that. Take care, guys. Be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.